Hey everyone, hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So let's start with the next video in our series. We are going to learn the YAML only, right? So this, if you remember, last time we have done this, we have posted to the Azure repo, and from the Azure repo, we were able to trigger the pipeline. Say, for example, last time there was some issue, right, in our pipeline that there was some no parallel agent. So this time I have run this pipeline, and in this the output is coming whatever we have printed, right? Hello Azure pipeline. So if we see our VS code, so this is what we have printed, right? And now, so let's get started with the another video basically, or another topic. So I will just add one file and we'll mark it as like I will name it as video2 dot azure hyphen pipelines dot yml. Okay, so this is for the video 2, and I'm going to write from the scratch what we have learned so far, right? So we have to mention name. If you do not want to mention name, whatever will be your pipeline name, this will be considered. So if you want to mention, it's fine. Otherwise, let's mention here trigger. We'll start with the trigger. We have to press enter, and then as we remember last time, we have to add two spaces. After two spaces, we have to write branches. Automatically, it will come, and then you have to press again enter, and then you have to give two space again, and then what branch you wanted to include. So include, so automatically it will come, and then you have to again press enter, and then two space hyphen. See, automatically there is some line is coming, right? So that means you are doing correct. Okay, so then you have to write one space and then main. Okay, so this is what our pipeline structure. I mean, the first one is like, okay, whenever there will be a change, again, let me explain what is this, right? So this is also important to understand. So in Azure DevOps pipeline, there are multiple pipelines, right? You have um, you have dev branch, QA branch, main, master, based on your organizational nomenclature. You can create a n number of branches, right? So whenever there is a change in the pipeline, okay, so let's say if in this script, if somebody is doing any changes, right? So if I change from Ubuntu to Windows latest, right? Windows latest. So if there is any change in the pipeline, right? And if it is happening on the master branch, right? On the master or main branch, then you want the pipeline to trigger, right? So that is the use of trigger in any pipeline. So if you wanted to do some exclude here, right? So what do you have to write? Exclude. Now, what is the wrong here? Nothing is wrong here. So you have to press exclude, come here, you have to press two spaces, then one here, and then again you have to mention like, let's say if you do not want to trigger dev branch, or you do not want it to trigger anything that start with users, or you do not want it to trigger feature branches. So features and anything that's feature branches. Okay, so these kind of things you can restrict basically. Okay, so for now I will press enter. There's no harm if we will keep it. Then we have to decide, write pool, right? So in the pool, we have to mention here what is the pool you wanted to use, right? So you have to press enter, and then you have to give two spaces. You have to give the VM image, what image you wanted to use. Everything is good. And then you have to give here open to latest, let's say, right? And then what you have to mention? You have to mention steps. Okay. and under the steps, again add two spaces. Now let's say last time we have added directly what we have added. We have added the script command, right? We have given the script here and we have given the display name. But this time we wanted to add some task. Okay, so let's add a task here. Okay, and what is the task? If you know the task name, you can see right here. So trigger is the first thing. You can see like this as well. So in the YAML pipeline, what is the syntax we have following? So first is trigger, then pool, and then the steps we have task. Okay, so task, let's say you have bash at the rate 3. Okay, you do not have to remember this, but I'll show you why you do not have to remember it. Let me tell you. But let me write it first. Okay, then let me add two spaces and I'll give input and colon. I'll press enter again. I'll give two again spaces, right? And then I'll write target type colon, and then let's say I'm mentioning like inline. Okay, and then again after here, right? Once you're pressing, you have to press, just give arrow first, forward arrow, or you can press enter. Now as we know that when we are mentioning anything under this step, right, you have to go and follow the same path. Like let's say this will get two spaces and then like this. Here if you're mentioning under the task, this is again a subtask, right? Like input, again two spaces. Now input will take this target type as its inner variable. Now you have to mention again here what script, right? Scripts, and then you have to give a pipe symbol, and then you have to mention here with two space again echo, and then you can mention anything, running single stage pipeline echo, this is build job. Okay, so I have written this script, right? And now let's do one more thing, that we will declare the name of this pipeline. So name we can say is video2 dot azure hyphen pipeline, right? So that's it. We can save it. Then what we have to do, we have to push it to the repo. Okay, so what we have to do is, let's push it by git add space dot git commit hyphen m message. Let's add one message. This is demo2 file, right? And then git add commit, and then let's push it. So once you'll push it, there will be some change into the file. So here you should get one more file here, video2.yaml, right? So this file came. Now why I was saying you do not have to remember this, because whatever is the task, right? Based on that, it should do. Why it is not showing? It should show setting. Okay, I'll tell you later. But for now, let's go here. And I wanted to create a new pipeline from Azure repo, existing pipeline. What is my pipeline name? Demo2, continue. This is my pipeline. Yeah. So why it was not showing, right? Because I was checking in the repo. So repo is not a pipeline, right? Repo is just a YAML file it is holding there. So this is the pipeline where we are creating. Now, if you click on the steps, right? So you see here it is showing you the correct format. So if you have to write like if you have any script path, so you can mention here. So what is the target path? Okay, if you have something and if you are mentioning inline, so let's say if you have something written in your repo, so you can give the path of your file. So you have to give like system.default working directory, and then you have to give the path of your file. Anyway, we do not have to go in Azure DevOps today because we are only learning today the YAML pipeline, how to write. Right. So why I'm telling all these concepts of this about this task in Azure DevOps, because when you are writing it, you can also come here, you can click on the setting, and then it will open like this. Let's say basically this is a assistant here. Okay, you can see, right, hide assistant. So we can hide it as well. So once the pipeline you will start creating it, right, you can click here, and then since it is an inline path, we are not providing any pipeline path here. So what you have to click here is it is a inline. So this syntax you need to know basically. You can do the Google as well, right? You can do the Google and you can check what is the uh, YAML script for adding a task of inline script. So that way you can get to know, or you can come here and you click on the setting, click here as inline, and write your commands here. So in this case, what I wanted to write, echo, this is what I wanted to write along with this. So let me say this as well, echo, and this is my, and this as well, let's write it, echo, this is done. And then if you wanted to take care of these things, you can add some environment values and all. Otherwise, you just have to add it. Now, what is the problem here, right? So the problem is this is also considering as an, okay, so basically it got distorted. So what we have to do is we have to first fix this. Okay, so this is all good, and this is not again taking. So we have to mention as features star users star. So anything which is starting with users and then star, that is going to be, or we are going to exclude it. That was the wrong syntax what I have written previously. It's not like star users. Okay. So branch will be created like feature slash November 2025, 26, 27, like that, right? So based on that, that branch will not be included whenever there is a change in that file. So this pipeline will not trigger. I'm excluding it. Okay, so this is written now. What I have to do is I just have to, I don't have any variable. I can save it, and let's save and run as well. Okay, save it. So I have saved my pipeline, and now you will see the output once it will trigger. Meanwhile, let's see here. So this is my second file, right? Yeah, we have changed here. So basically next time what we have to do, we have to do git pull, so that whatever changes are done, we have done directly on the repo will be same in our Visual Studio as well. Okay, so you can see it got changed. Okay, so let's see the output now. It got failed, which is okay, and it is telling like exit code 2. So why this is an exit code 2? Because it is telling at line number 5, unexpected end of file, which is looking for some match. So we have given some, I think, double quotes. We will see and fix it. But the output of first two is correct. Now let's see what is the See, this is the miss. So I will save it from here and I will try to push it. So git push. Before that, git add dot, git commit hyphen m message. Let's add message. Changing video to file, right? It got added, and then git push. So once we will push this, this should get updated in our repo as well, right? And pipeline also got triggered. Okay, so let's see first the repo. So whatever changes we have done, this is fixed here. Now we have to see the pipeline output. Pipeline triggered and it is successful this time. Okay, so this why it got triggered, I'll explain you. But before that, this was the pipeline which we have created, right? So if you go inside this, it was failed. And what is the branch here? Branch is master, right? Whenever there is a change in the master branch. And in our pipeline, what is the pipeline? It is main. So let's add master as well. I'll press control as save, and then I will git add added branch equals to master in demo2 file. Okay, and then I will push it. So once this is pushed, so it has the changes of master branch also. So now this time the pipeline will trigger. It may wait for this pipeline to finish because it got triggered previously. Okay, so let's wait for this. It got completed and now this pipeline will trigger on time once it will get the agent. So let's wait for the agent to pick up. It got picked up as well, and let's see the output loading. Yeah, so output came, right? So this is how you have to start building or start writing the YAML pipelines. And another thing to notice is, see, we have done couple of misses here, but misses are part of learning. If you are not doing those misses, then you might get stuck in actual scenario, right? So that is why hands-on is very important for you. And another thing I just wanted to call out is always practice from the Git because that's the standard practice. You should not directly go and change to the file in the repo, either in main branch or master branch, right? Here also I am doing direct change into this main branch or I mean master branch, but you should create basically you should check out a branch that probably will cover in the Git section whenever we'll start creating a video. So we should check out a branch, basically feature branch or user branch, and then after that we should push those changes and we should merge those changes or we should create a pull request, right? So that is a different thing and this different topic. So for now what you have to do is you have to create this pipeline, do it from your end as well. Okay, and then you have to create a pipeline and start checking the output. Okay, so today this video is for the single stage pipeline, right? So if you see here, so this is a single stage, only one task, or there is one step only is there is no multi-stage pipeline. So we will probably try to cover in the next video what is multi-stage pipeline and how to trigger a multi-stage pipeline, how to write a multi-stage pipeline. Okay, so I hope you have understand here. I have understood here all these concepts. Okay, what is branch include, what is exclude, right? So now if you will create any main branch, or if you just push the changes to dev branch, right, this pipeline will not automatically trigger. Okay. Or if you just comment it and you put here none, then even if any changes in this file, it will not automatically get triggered. Okay. So that's the concept of trigger here. Pool is nothing but what is the image pool you are taking to execute this. Okay. And this is the bash script, or basically this is just a command line we are printing for now, right? So this is one task. Run a bash script in Mac OS, Linux, or Windows. Okay, so I hope you have understood. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you, everyone.